What's up, YouTube family? Y'all know who it is. It's the Big D or the Big B. Now they call me Be Real, baby. All right, so listen. As you guys know, I always started off with a little bit of music in the background, and I also have to put this disclaimer out that I have no rights to this music. I don't own the rights to any of the music you hear in the background, but it's just cool to have it back there. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I got another guest. Yeah, somebody I've known for a very long time. Very interesting individual as well. I have to let y'all know that this guy right here, we have been through some stuff in time. And if we ever get around to it, maybe in future conversations, that he'll be able to tell you the kind of man I used to be versus how I am today. All right? But right now, I want to introduce you all to a man that I call my brother. Okay, one of my brothers out of many, and that is Romal. What's up, Romal?
What's up, Big D? How you doing today, man?
Bruh, I guess I can say that I'm blessed, man. You know?
Yeah, me too, brother. Me
Yes,
too.
sir. Yes, sir. So we're gonna open this thing up with just a couple of things about you, right? Now, we got plenty of time to talk about everything else. You know, we got a long list of things to talk about, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So for the most part, my friend, that let's start with you, man. As far as living in the inner city, have you lived in the city all your life?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Okay.
Uh, I was born in 1959, and I lived in Newark. I was born in St. Michael's Hospital in Newark.
Brick City, boy.
Yes, sir. Those were the days. It was a real brick city too at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I went to Roseville Avenue School.
Right.
Also, I went to what's the name of the school? I can't think of the name of the other one.
Uh huh.
But I went to Roseville Avenue School. I started out there. I
Right.
lived on Summer Street, right next to the James Street courts
Oh, okay.
in Newark.
Yeah.
I had a babysitter there. Her name was Miss Taylor.
Right.
She
Right.
babysitted me until I said until like I was about 7 or 8.
So you was real little, man.
Yes, sir. I was small. I remember quite a few things. You know, the cookouts.
Okay.
You know, the family reunions.
Yeah.
Down in Summer Street, because my grandmother lived in one part of the building, and my father, and my mother, we lived on the upstairs floor from her. And
Okay.
then my aunt lived on the other side. We were in the, what you call them? I say the brick, they're like brick homes are connected. So we all lived there for like, oh man, about 7 or 8 years.
Right. Right.
About 7 or 8 years old.
So
And, go ahead.
yeah, no. So you know, when you were as far back as you can remember, when you was going to elementary school, you went to elementary school there in Newark. So
Well, part north, and then the other part in East Orange.
right, cause you was close. You was close to the East Orange border, were you?
No, not really. I was downtown North, right off of Market Street.
Yeah. Okay.
Market, and like I said, right around the corner from St. Michael's Hospital where I was born.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe a block, 2 blocks down from Broad Street.
Right. So, you know, I was in Newark as well, man, and I remember the days where in 1968 the riots kicked off. Do you remember around about in that time?
At that time, we were still living in North, but we had moved up to 12th Street
Right.
at that time. And it was 12th Market and Orange Street.
Yeah. I
To
know
be
that area.
the landmark there used to be Holmes Liquors.
Oh, okay. All right.
And around the corner was the National Guard barracks.
Yeah.
So they used to march us back and forth to school
Yep.
during riots in '68,
Yep.
from one corner to the next, and the next, I guess, platoon or patrol would pick us up and take us to the next corner.
Yeah.
And we
Because
did that for like maybe about a month or two.
because they had a sweep, so it was a curfew out there at the time,
Yes,
and
it was.
and it was a street sweep to make sure that the transition from people getting off work and school was escorted to a safe place to get back to their home. So I remember those times as well, you know, and it was kind of scary. You know, I was kind of young, and so were you. So, yeah, it was kind of interesting to have to, you know, talk about that these days. A lot of people don't realize that we've been around and we experienced a lot of stuff. So,
Yeah. At that time, I recall, since you had uh, jogged my memory on it,
uh,
that I was in. We lived on the second floor on 12th Street,
okay.
and I remember looking out the window and watching the looters running down the street.
Yeah, yeah, that was
You
wild, man.
Yeah, it was crazy at that time. And
Yep,
I would hear gunshots,
yep.
and my mother kept telling me to stay away from the window.
Yeah, you remember when they made us? They told us a suggestion on when it came nighttime to sleep on the floor.
Yeah, exactly,
Yep,
exactly.
yep,
It was that night when I was looking,
yeah,
and
yeah. So
it
it was.
was a little scary at those times. At
Yeah,
that
we
time.
were. Yeah, we were kind of young, so I think that it wasn't as scary to us because we didn't really know the power behind what was really going on, you know.
Yes, definitely.
But
Def-
but yeah, man. And you know, as far as you you know, growing out of elementary school and going into like junior high school and all that, how was that time?
well, basically, at that time, my parents, we moved to East Orange,
Yeah,
and
EO, yes sir.
basically, excuse me.
East Orange, I'm just giving it a shout out. Matter of fact, let me give East Orange an applause right now. Yeah, for East Orange. Yes, sir. Okay, go ahead, bro.
I lived on North 16th Street,
Mm-hmm. Hey,
and
hey, that's where I met you, wasn't it?
about that time is when that's when we all met.
Right, I know. I remember meeting your pops and your moms in that little house over there. It was a nice little home, man.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
Jerry was the guy that introduced us, right?
Yeah, well, that was like, that was, I'm sorry, I got the streets mixed up. I apologize. We had moved to Chelsea Avenue.
Chelsea.
Chelsea, yeah.
Okay,
And
okay.
that's where Gerald and Gerald's sister,
Pam?
Belle, lived downstairs.
Okay, all right, cool.
And me and Gerald became friends because he used to come and see Vermel.
Right, right.
And at that time, I was going to what? VLD?
Yeah, yep,
Going to
VLD, bro.
VLD at that time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I forgot, man. VLD stood for what? Because we used to say, a lot of people used to say venereal.
You had to see.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't even know.
I remember, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I remember that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was called Vernon L. Davy.
Right. That's it. Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an interesting time, man, in the junior high school, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. We had a lot of fun at the school. It was real different.
Yeah.
It was completely different, really. It was like more of a disciplinary school than it was education-wise.
So what
and
year?
There were very few teachers in there.
Right, right. So what year did you attend there at VLD?
I think I went to VLD from 72 to 74.
Yeah, somewhere in that area. Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 72 to 74. Because before that, I was still living in the area, but I went to Elmwood School,
Right.
which was right next door to VLD.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that, man. Vaguely, I remember that one though. But yeah,
Yeah. I went to elementary school there,
yeah,
and my father was heavily involved in the school district. My father, whether you know it or not, I don't know if I ever talked to you about it.
uh-huh,
I told my kids about it now.
yeah.
But people that are familiar with Brown versus the Board of Education,
Okay.
my father's case was the first one that was picked by Thurgood Marshall
Oh,
in
really?
Prince Edward County in Virginia.
Right, right, right.
So my cousin has all the papers. She sent them to me. And my father's also in the Black Museum down in Washington, D.C.
Oh,
His
okay.
picture is down there. And they, like I said, they were the first schools to do that. And my grandmother
Right.
was involved.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I can hear my grandson out there crying a little bit. Not really crying. He's kind of whining about something he wants. But anyway, Yeah, if y'all hear that in the background, I'm just kind of putting that out there, man. If y'all hear a little guy, somebody whining back there, that's my grandson. But
No,
yeah.
that's a beautiful thing, man. Beautiful thing.
Oh yeah, being a grandfather, man. All right, so right now, man, you a grandfather as well, ain't you?
Yes, I am. My grandson is alive, but I have quite a few step grandchildren as well.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. All
I
right.
have what is it? Oh my gosh, Makai, Milan, Malaya.
What?
Uh,
So how many would you say you have total?
Total. Well, biologically it's just Elias. That's my grandson. But
Right.
my grandkids is like about six of them.
Okay.
Six.
All right. Yeah. No, that's a great feeling, man. To kind of, be a grandpa, and the beauty about being a grandfather is that you don't have to have the kids all the time. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what they say. And
That's
I
what they
think
say.
it's true.
Yeah, and
I
then
think
and then some people kind of, unfortunately, with family dynamics, have to kind of do that, right? But
yeah, exactly.
so let's get back to
Especially in
you.
the days and times that we live in.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
a lot of the kids are having these babies and leaving them for their grandparents
Yeah, yeah.
to
Unfortunate.
take
Yeah,
care of.
yeah. Unfortunate. Yeah. So
Yes, it is.
so let's try to swing this right back into you coming out of junior high school and going
Yeah.
into the high school.
Well, going to East Orange High School.
Yeah,
Those
buddy.
those were some real great days. I
Yeah.
really
Oh, they were great for you, huh?
yo, definitely.
Man,
Great days.
you know the trouble I had over there, man.
No, not exactly.
You don't know the trouble I had over there, man, about all that. Oh man,
I remember.
I don't think I want to bring that up, but it was
I
a
don't
lot.
recall, but anyway, we don't have to go into the details of
Yeah,
it.
no, not that one. Not right now, anyway. When I get to tell my story, man, I'll put that in there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely for me, I remember it was me, you, brother, and our partner Gerald. But Gerald never made it to high school. Well,
Yeah,
I
he
think
did.
he started maybe for like 2 weeks or something. Then,
No, no, no.
yeah.
It was longer than that. No, no.
How long?
I would say Jerry was there for a couple of months, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was there for a couple of months, and then he kind of started doing little things, and I just followed him. Really, I made it over to the high school. That's why I never seen. No, that's what we talking about, the high school.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I
I don't
have.
recall Gerald being there that long.
Yeah,
I know
I
he
don't.
came,
Yeah,
but
I
don't
don't.
remember him being there that long.
Yeah, I don't recall him being there that long as well, but he was there a few times, and then he cut out, and then things happened, and then I wound up cutting out as well. But
Uh-huh.
but yeah, man. So the high school for you, did you manage to get into any sports over at East Orange High?
No, I wasn't involved in sports, but I was involved in. I don't know if you know, but I was involved with the chorus. I used to sing with them. I used to sing opera.
Right, right. Opera. That's right. Hey man, I found that. Look, when we found that out about you, man, we was like,
Y'all teased me to death.
oh my goodness. And then when we came by your house one time, and we heard you sitting up there listening to Jimi Hendrix.
Right, right.
Yeah, and you was like, yo, check this out. And I'm like, what's that? You know what I mean? And
So,
it was amazing that you kind of turned me on to Jimi Hendrix then, you know?
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember we had talked about that before a while ago.
Yeah.
But Jimi Hendrix was turned on to me by my cousin that lived in Plainfield.
Oh,
at that
okay.
And what happened was through Jimi Hendrix, I had always had a great appreciation for music from my father.
Okay.
My father used to listen to music all the time.
Right.
We didn't basically have TV in our house
Mhm.
when I was growing up in Newark and East Orange.
Right, right.
We used to listen to music most of the time. So that, and then I used to talk to my cousin that was living down here. He listened to a lot of rock and roll and acid rock.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
So he listened to like Alice Cooper, who else was it? Deep Purple, all those different types
Yeah.
of white groups that
Yeah,
were there.
AC/DC.
But then that turned me on to like Jimi Hendrix was one of the things he listened to too.
Yeah.
But that turned me on to P-Funk.
Yeah, the bomb, the P-Funk. I want my funk uncut.
which was like they called the black rock and roll.
Yeah, brother.
Or the
yes,
black
sir.
acid rock.
Yes, sir.
You know. So that turned me on to that, which we all know is like monumental right now.
Classic.
George Clinton.
Yeah.
And they are very well appreciated. And we're light years in time ahead of that time.
Oh, man. That was, man. And you know, back then, we used to puff on a little weed, you know, the clean weed, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. Sit back and listen to that music and Jimi Hendrix and the Parliaments, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You couldn't tell us nothing, bro. We was the happiest little group, you know?
Yeah, we were.
We was happy, boy. Hungry.
Those were some good times.
We was hungry and happy.
That we hold on to and live with.
Yeah, and it wasn't so volatile like it is today, but it depends on where you carried yourself. You know what I'm saying? So we was not that group that was really trying to get into a lot of gangster stuff.
No, we weren't.
No, not at those young ages. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, well, there were a lot of people that we knew that were into stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we didn't get into it. I think it had to do with our upbringing.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, man. It played.
Our parents, you know, and positive and healthy and godly leadership that they provided. Yeah. You know, we had values and morals, which is a thing today, and I find very lacking in the young people. But
that's 100, man. You right.
You know, so we passed that on to our kids. Yeah. You know, and it's hard. It's hard for them.
Yeah. So
deal with what's going on today, you know.
Yeah, no, it is, man. We're gonna touch on a little bit of that as well. And as far as coming out of the high school, you know, remember your last days at the high school and what you went further on to do, because I do know that you served in the country as well. So what we want to do is give you an applause for serving in the United States Army to defend against all the tyranny and all the crap that we had to, you know, deal with abroad and here. So I want to stop right now and give you an applause for that. Yes, sir. This is a serviceman. This is a serviceman I'm talking to. You know? So much respect there, bro. Yeah, no doubt, man. Quick story. You know, I tried to go, man, and they rejected me, right?
No, you never told me that.
Yeah, they rejected me because I had a couple fights in the street and it was pending. So when they found out, it was the day I was packed to go at the federal building, already sworn in the first time and getting ready to get sworn in and jump on that bus. The recruiting officer came running through there screaming my name to make sure I didn't get on that bus. And showed up. Yeah, he had to pull me off, man, and from there on, I was like, man, bump that dag nabbit. I ain't going over there. You know what I'm saying? Because I just was out there. But anyway, that's my story. And as far as after high school, you went into the military. So
well, I didn't finish high school. I finished high school in Plainfield.
Right. Tell me a little bit of going to the high school in Plainfield, because I went to Plainfield, but I wasn't, you know, I came there after high school.
Yeah, Plainfield High School at that time was heavily integrated.
Yeah.
It was blacks and whites there.
Yeah.
You know, the teachers and stuff was cool.
Right.
It took me a minute to adapt to what was going on there, because high school, East Orange High School wasn't like that.
Right.
So, you know, and I wasn't used to dealing with whites, blacks, and Spanish. You know, all of us were there. But we all got along quite well. You know, we had, you know, as young folks, we had little fights and stuff kids had.
Sure.
I wasn't involved in none of them, but, you know.
So now, as far as, I just want to put this plug out there, man. As far as Plainfield High School playing football, the football team, did they play East Orange?
No, that was a different conference.
But they played.
Their big game was Elizabeth.
Right. And from what I heard, Elizabeth dogged them out, bruh.
Well, no, we beat them. My last year I was there, we beat them. But the years prior, they beat us.
Yeah, of course they did.
We beat them by what, 3 points?
I don't even know, but I know that it was somewhat of a small beef, you know, with some people, little groups of Elizabeth and East Orange because of the games, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, but yeah, that happens all the time, and it's just that big competitive thing going on, and it spills out into the streets, and next thing you know it, you got people acting crazy. You know.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, man, and that experience in Plainfield High School, it's funny, man, how we hit the same. Like we met in East Orange, and
Uh,
and you wound up going to Plainfield before me, and I wound up ending up in Plainfield,
yeah, yeah.
and I didn't even
Which
know.
one did you move? What year did you move there?
Oh wow, man. I was. We moved to Plainfield. Man, I don't. 78 or 9 or no.
I was just graduating high school then, so.
All right, so it wasn't that. It had to be 80. I think I got there in 80.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. But
Yeah, in
that's when I
Plainfield.
left. I left to go in the military in
Yeah,
1980.
somewhere in that area. Yeah, so that's when I got
Yeah.
down in there, and yeah,
I had no idea you was living there.
I didn't either, man. When I found out, I was like, wait a minute, homie. And I saw you. I think I saw you somewhere, man. I forgot if it was 7th Street or what. But I was like,
Uh,
that's Romal. I had to swing around and make sure it was you. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And sure enough, from there on, we stayed in contact at that point,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And as far as the military life, man,
Uh,
so, how was it for you going in for the first time?
you know what? I had sort of like been prepared to a certain point.
Yeah.
My cousin, my Aunt Blanche, my
Yeah.
father's sister,
Uh-huh.
and her husband was 20 years. He had been 20 years in the Navy.
Oh, okay.
So he had talked to me about a lot of different things, and he told me don't stay here in the States.
Right.
And that's why I went to Germany.
Okay.
I ended up in Germany. I did all my time in Germany. I went to basic training and school and everything, and I went to. Well, I had a good time. It was real nice. I wish I had listened to my mother. My mother kept telling me, "Don't get married. Don't do none of that.
Yeah.
Just go in there and grow there and some before you decide to do that."
Uh-huh.
And I didn't wait to do it.
Mm.
I don't know. I didn't feel lonely.
Right.
I don't know. It was just something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But because I had been to Chinook.
Oh, wow.
Chinook is like in the mountains where I learned how to ski.
Oh, wow.
I went to 29 Palms. That's the desert for desert training.
Right.
Where else did I go here for training?
I heard that you also did the parachuting thing.
Yeah, that was in pararescue. That's what I was being trained for.
Good Lord, man. How did you? I mean, I thought you was scared of heights, bro.
Well, once you get up there and you get pushed out their doors, it's all over.
So now,
I had a problem when I got down and landed.
Yeah. It happens sometime. Yeah.
Yeah,
I bet you was happy. Hey,
people did on your first jump.
I bet you was happy to touch down on that ground, boy. I bet you that.
Well, that's the first time, but I ended up doing it 5 more times. So.
Yeah. Wow, man. I don't know. Pushing me out, I would have pulled somebody out with me, man. You ain't no good pushing me.
You can't pull nobody with you.
Well, whoever pushing me, dagnabbit, I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, I ain't ready, man. I ain't ready to jump yet, man.
The jump master's connected to something, so you can't push him.
Well, that means they would have gave me a dishonorable for not jumping out that sucker, man.
Well,
he wouldn't let
I
go.
was scared the first time. I really didn't want to move. I didn't want to jump.
Man.
He fooled me. He said, "Okay, you're all right," and then he pushed me.
Oh, man. Cold-hearted, boy. You better remember, you better be thinking on the way down to pull that dagnabbit string, boy.
Right, yeah, you got to pull it right strap there.
Woo. I bet you a lot of them guys were pulling that thing as soon as they went out of the plane, boy.
Well, you know what? The first jump, you don't have to pull it. It automatically deploys.
Oh.
Because they figure that you might be scared.
Yeah.
Then, like your second jump, then you got to pull it. And after that, you got to know how to pull it.
So how many seconds, man, would you have to count before you literally had to pull it on your own?
3.
Say again.
3 seconds.
Oh, dang. That ain't much of a free fall.
Yeah, it's not. You don't want to fall too fast.
3 seconds.
There was quite a few guys that would wait. But I didn't wait.
I don't blame. Hey, as soon as my foot left that plane, I probably would have been pulling, man.
Well, the first time when you jump, it automatically when it's pushed and you deploy, you're off the plane and your shooters deploy
Oh
automatically.
Lord, no, 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 no. Anyway, God bless you, brother, because Daryl wouldn't have been able to do that. Man,
Well,
I got problems on a roller coaster, man. Shoot.
hey, listen, I did too, but I mean, after you do it the first time, but the thing that I came out of that dealing with it spiritually and
Right.
godly,
Okay.
that
There you
man
go.
wasn't meant to fly.
Yeah. Hey, I know that.
So I understand that.
I ain't
But
never, I ain't never been in a plane, bro.
you never got so you said you
Man,
make it.
you know how old
Yeah.
I am. I ain't never been in no dag nabbit plane, bro.
But down, once you got on the bus, you went down the 80s and north to the federal
I
building.
ain't go
Once you got on the
nowhere.
bus,
Yeah, well,
huh?
they didn't let me get on the other bus because that was gonna be Fort
Ah.
Dix. I
Well,
was
you
gonna.
know what it was they just told me to go down and gave me a ticket.
Oh, really?
Catch the 24 bus to go to the Newark International Airport. and I had my ticket, and I knew where to go. There was a whole bunch of other guys waiting.
It was different.
Yeah, it was different then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When I started to call myself going, they had us all assembled there at the federal building down Newark.
Yeah, we was all together. Yeah.
Right, and then they put you in this room. They swear you in, and then they
Yep.
said before you get on that bus, you got to be sworn in again and make sure you ain't changing your mind. And
Right.
I never got to that one, So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I never got to the second one. So at that
I
point,
was on.
man,
I got to all right. Because after the second one,
yeah,
they gave me my ticket. It was a bunch of us, and we all went and got on the bus at
oh yeah,
24.
it was a bunch of us. I already had a job lined up. I was gonna be a cook, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they said my score only scored high enough for a cook.
No, that's a bunch of bull. They always do that to black men.
Oh really? Yeah,
I found that out. Yeah,
Well,
I did find that out.
well,
A couple of them did.
I'm glad you're telling the truth because they told me that's what my score equals me as far as my job is concerned. So I was like, all right. I mean, does that mean I got to be on the front line? You know what I mean? They was like, no, you a cook. I said, okay.
Listen. When you go in there, you have two MOSs. You have peacetime MOS and you have wartime MOS.
Oh, okay. Didn't know.
So your wartime MOS was probably something else.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna tell you that.
What?
But, that's what they be doing.
Well,
but anyway,
I know you know this, man. So if I got any military questions, I'll come and give you a call and be like, yo, bro.
If I know it, I don't know all of it, but
well,
I know some of it.
Well, like I said, man, you got more experience than I do. So yeah, you probably be the man. You and Ron. You remember Ron? So Ron military as well.
Service?
Yeah, man. Well, not quite like what you did. He made it a lifetime. What do you call those reserve guys?
But, he was in the reserve.
Yeah, but he was the Air Force guy.
I was in the Air Force too, there.
Well, he did the inspections of the cockpits and stuff.
Oh, okay.
That was his job. Yeah.
Oh, he's what's the name? I forgot what you call him.
Yeah, I don't know either. Don't ask me.
He worked on the flight line.
Yeah. That was his job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was pretty good at it.
He worked on the flight line, and I forgot what you call him.
Yeah.
He had to check the plane out, make sure everything was working right.
Yes, sir.
And then the pilots would come out and do the inspection.
But see, and
then that's when they would take off.
From what I understood, that there was a set of guys when the plane came in, they had to do that incoming inspection, and before they left, he had to go.
I forgot what they called him.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah. But that's Ronnie, man. I'll wind up having something with him later. But
I thought Ron had got into computers and stuff.
He is, yeah. He definitely heavy into that. Matter of fact, this computer I'm talking to you right now on, he sent this to me.
Oh, okay.
Just like that, bro. Free of charge, man. That brother had my back just like all of you guys had. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ron, was he still in New York?
Nah, man, he in Texas, bro.
Oh, okay.
He been in Texas for over 20 years now, man.
He's still married?
Yes, sir. Married with kids, man. Kids grown. Kids out there, man. That's Ron, man. We'll get into Ron after the show. But right now, this is all about my man, Romal. Romal, yes, sir. Man, I look. one thing that I never forget. I gotta tell this story, man.
Yeah.
I gotta tell this story. I don't care how you feel. Listen, I got.
What is it now?
I'm about to put you on blast, bro. Look.
That's all right. Put me on blast.
Look.
What's up?
Do you remember when we went to that party over over there at
What part?
the one over there with Jerry's girlfriend Donna and her aunt off Main Street, right? And
With
you,
who girlfriend?
Jerry had a girlfriend named Donna, man. How you
Oh
not?
yeah, her aunt that died in the apartment. Yeah, okay.
Well,
I
you ain't had, man. Come on, bro. All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
remember.
her, right? And they had that little party over there, right?
Yeah.
So you was up in there, I was there, Jerry was there, Donna was there. We was all having fun. We was sipping on whatever we was sipping on, and we was drunk. And you up there dancing, just dancing your little self away, boy. So
Yeah, what?
we figure we'll pull a prank on you and say, yo, Romel, come here, man. Did you know
What?
we said your zipper's open, man. You was like, word? You looked around like, what? I said, yeah, man, you were dancing the whole time and your thing was hanging out there. You were like, oh, man, why didn't you all tell me, man? You were so drunk you didn't even know. We were just pranking you.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, man, man, we was just having fun. And we just cracked up so hard, man, because that's my phone ringing, ain't it?
Yeah.
All right, but anyway, man, listen, our time is up. And
Okay.
I want to thank you, brother, for having such
Yes,
a
sir.
really good interview on the show, man. I didn't expect it to be as well as it turned out to be, you know?
Yeah.
And I just want to commend you again, man, and thank you once again for serving for us in the name of us to keep us
Yes.
protected. All right? So thank you
Thank you,
again for
brother.
your service, my brother. Okay?
All
And
right.
I want you to stay.
It's good to hear it. It's good to talk to you about it. Maybe we can do another part.
Oh yeah. No, oh definitely, brother. Everybody gonna get around 2, 3, and 4, and 5, and however many they want. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
this is just an opportunity for us to showcase the positive people that are black. It don't matter what color you really are. If you know me and you're a positive individual, then this is
Yeah,
the show that I'd
definitely.
rather just kind of showcase that there are more positive than negative out there, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
we want to be the beacon of light for people who are feeling a little gloomy about the direction of where we are. There's still a small percentage of us who pushing being positive, and I like to be a part of that small percentage, right?
Yes, sir.
So-
Positive, healthy, and
yes,
godly.
yes, sir. No doubt, and no doubt, right? So look,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna wrap this up right now. We done already did our 30, and Romel, stay on the line, and I'm gonna do my parting. All my family out there, if you can hear me, if you can see me, by all means, God bless you all. All my haters, my enemies, my lovers, all the people, just my family members, bless every one of you, right? And remember, in parting, I always say, treat people like you want to be treated, and it'll come back round because it has for me. That's it, you two people. We'll see you next time. Peace.